Hello everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. So in today's video I will be talking about the horoscope or the prediction for the April month, so April 2021 horoscope astrology prediction for all the signs. So the month of April is a month of, I think it's a month of mixed bag, mixed emotions for different signs. Now it is still Aries season. The sun is still in Aries. So Aries sign is naturally about forging ahead and establishing a personal identity in the world. And it could be a good identity, a bad identity, a positive one or a negative one. That's up to the person. But Aries season, Aries time, when the sun is in Aries, from March, the end of March to 20th of March till the 19th of April, it's a time to really take action in whichever area or sector of life you want to take action in. It's time is to get the ball rolling and, bring some movement in your life. Now, the month of April begins with the Mercury entering the sign of Aries. Now, that happens on the 3rd of April. Now, with Mercury in Aries, communication takes precedence, and it's very important how you're communicating, because through your communication you really can make or break a deal or a relationship or anything. How you're using your communication, you can really either turn it out to be a very positive thing for you or a relatively negative thing for you. Now, Mars is still in Gemini in the month of April until 23rd of April. So this brings a very versatile, dynamic aspect to your communication. So there's a lot of Mercury energy going on and a lot of communication that is very fiery communication, very forceful, very forward and very effective communication taking place with your Mercury in Aries in the month of April, as well as Mars in Gemini. So you can expect expansion of mind and sharing of ideas and communication, conversation, lots of conversation happening. Now Venus will move into Taurus on the 14th of April, and that will really bring out your relationship. You will be more passionate, more sensual in the relationship. Now from the middle of April, like around from the 19th of April, you will have Mercury in Taurus along with Sun, and then Venus is already there in Taurus. So there's a lot of Taurus stabilizing energy will develop, and all this will be very useful in having a more grounded communication within your relationship or whichever sector of life that is affected. So towards the end of April, like a week before end of April, on the 23rd of April, you have Mars entering Cancer sign. Now, Cancer is not particularly a friendly position for Mars, but what Mars can do here is, your home environment. You can be a little bit more, action oriented in there, and taking actions and doing things, making things happen or spending time with your family. Or you could be doing DIY at home or renovating home and making home a little more appealing to you. Now I will talk about each sign. So I'll begin with Aries. That's the first sign of the zodiac, and how April will be for the sign of Aries. So let's begin. Now for you, Aries, April 2021 is the month where you should really confidently move forward. Now Sun is in your sign. It's really pushing you to make that identity for yourself, the personal identity that you aspire for, whatever you want to achieve. You should move confidently forward and not hesitate. So in this month, it's also time for you to listen to your intuition and listen to what the universe is telling you, and be a little bit more attentive. So if you have set out tasks, so if you got projects underway or work and duties that you need to take care of, start taking care of those. Anything that is on the back burner, bring it forward and start taking action on those activities. So you may feel there's a lack of time because there are so many things you have, you need to take action on, but it's important to proceed with caution and keep, moving forward, keep forging ahead, and you will get there. So don't restrain your ambition. Whatever you are ambitious about, whatever you want to achieve, don't restrain yourself. Just keep moving forward, even gradually, though it may be against your nature, but keep moving, keep pressing on, and you will get the desired result. So keep moving forward and display your credibility, your merit and skills, whatever you have. Display them to other people, and they will recognize it, and you will be rewarded for that. And at the moment, your strength and vitality is quite good, so you will get that physically. You will be strengthened as well to take forward whatever projects or activities that you want to take forward and want to achieve. Now, Sun is in your sign Aries, so it's great time to revitalize yourself. If you want to change your look, or if you want to reinvent yourself, it's amazing time to do that. And you will see the results of any kind of changes that you bring about. Even if it's not the look, even if in your mannerism, attitude, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, it will all be useful. This will help you build up your self-confidence, and it will, when you present yourself, people will see that, and they will be, you will leave a very good impression on others. Now, you're feeling very ambitious in the beginning, the first 2 weeks of the month of April, Aries, and it's a good time to collaborate as well. So if you have some business dealing going on, or you're negotiating, or you've got some ideas you want to put forward, to a business partner, or you want to collaborate with somebody, it's a great time to do that, and you will see the results and the reward of your collaboration. Now, do make sure when you are collaborating and forming a business partnership, you are reading the terms and condition of the contract, if it's a business contract. So look into that. So don't be afraid to discuss the terms and condition, and doing that during this time will only give you peace of mind later on when you're actually in the middle of it. Now, towards the later part of the month, you will feel a little bit more financial stability, and your finances will improve, because as a result of a collaboration or a business partnership, or something that you have signed, a contract you have signed that is improving, and you will feel all that in the later part of the month. Now, any authority figure or any mentor that you have will be also very be able to help you achieve your ambition and achieve your hopes and wishes, whatever you're trying to achieve. They will be very useful and very helpful in your ambition. So in all, I would say, Aries, the month of April for you is a great time for self-development and also self-expression of whatever ideas or thoughts that you have to communicate to others. And it's a good time to just leave the past behind, and if you have any unresolved matters, resolve them. Use communication to resolve these matters, and then move forward and charge forward and confidently, and you will be able to get to where you want to get to. And the month of April is got lots of good energy to help you achieve what you want to achieve, Aries. So next up is Taurus. So for you, Taurus, the month of April is quite I would say a hectic and busy time, and you are trying to achieve goals during this month, and because of the work schedule and the hectic lifestyle that you have, you might feel a bit under emotional stress during this month. So it's important to keep your emotions in check in order to move ahead and achieve the goals that you want to achieve during this month. Now, Mars has a very strong influence on Taurus during the month of April, and that's what makes the month a little bit more difficult and emotional for you on a personal, and in fact, or even in your career and all areas of life, basically. So it's a good idea to spend time with your family and near and dear ones, your family members, your friends. They all will help you relax, and you can handle the stress of just generally life, career, and jobs and work, and any such matters through sharing your time with others, and communicating and expressing what you're feeling with others. Now, you are very busy during the month of April, Taurus, so it's also important to rest and take care of your well-being and your health. So do look into any health regime, or good diet, or just a healthy lifestyle, and this will help you to balance your work life and your health. Now the energy in this month is very high for you, Taurus. So you have this desire to change things in your life, and whether it's work or personal life or home environment, you have this desire to make improvements in these areas, and that's what brings out the emotional side in you, because there is so much happening. There's so much things going on in your career and your home environment. Now don't let the stress of your career affect you, because if it does affect you, it will bring out conflicts in your personal life, whether it's with the people around you, or even in your work life. It can bring out conflicts. Now is not the time to be stubborn, Taurus. It's more useful if you're a little bit more easygoing and you're managing your stress a little bit better. So your health regime and any healthy lifestyle, meditation and yoga, all this will be really useful for you to do, and it will manage your stress level in terms of your career, and any difficult situation that is arising, you'll be able to mediate these situations, and that will bring out ultimately your best side, and will help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Now, the second half of the month of April, you have your Sun moving in your sign, along with Mercury and Venus will be in your sign. So it's a good time to use your communication to mend any ties, any broken ties, or any conflict that has arisen in the beginning of the month. It's a good time to mediate that, and mend those relationship. Now you are quite enthusiastic in the second half of the month, because you have so much energy happening around in your first house. So you will be very enthusiastic to move forward any plans that you had kept on a back burner, or any long-term purchases or plans, anything that you were holding on and you're not taking action on it. It's a good time to move that forward. So if you're wanting to buy a real estate, or you're trying to do some home improvements, it's a good time to take those steps and make it happen. Now Venus is in your sign, Taurus, during the second half of the month of April. So it's a great time to use your passion and any romantic feeling you have to improve your relationship, or even like get into a new one if you're not already in one. And if that's what you're aiming for, it's a good time to use that energy. Now it's a good time to also look at yourself and take care of yourself. So visit a spa, or just do activities that relaxes you. All this will be very beneficial. Now during the second half of April for you, Taurus, you will have more work project opportunities and maybe business trips. So anything that you were keeping on hold in the first half of the month, now is the time to be more courageous, to take action in these areas, and and show your leadership qualities and your skills and capabilities, and you will be able to move forward with it, and you be able to show that what you're made of and how capable you are, and you will be able to show it to your authority, any authority figure that you have around, and they will be observing you, and they can see what you have inputted, and it all will be rewarded ultimately. You will also feel energized during this time to take these things forward. So opportunities will come your way, and you will have these chances to engage in a work project, and you will feel very, very enthusiastic and very energized to take these forward as well. So overall, Taurus, for the month of April, the start of the month may be a bit more emotional, and maybe some conflicts may arise, but ultimately towards the end of the latter part of the month, you will feel a bit more energized to take your goals and objectives, whatever you have in your life or in your career, take those forward and realize them and see the results. So now we have Gemini zodiac sign. So for you Geminis, the month of April, you will feel as if it's not as straightforward as you would like it to be. it's a time of when there is a lot of focus on your career and the steps you take towards growing your own career. Now, fate may not be in your hand, but free will is. So what you make out of your career growth and the options and the opportunities you get is entirely up to you, Geminis. Now, the month of April can be very successful for you, Geminis, and that depends upon how you use the opportunity and turn it into a good deal. So how you approach your career during this time and how you deal with any authority figure or the bosses that you have, how you approach them and how you present yourself to them will decide how you take your career to next level during the month of April. Now, for the whole month of April, all the air sign will be very communicative. And Geminis, you're an air sign too, so it's no different for you. You are very much wanting to communicate yourself into better deals during the month of April. And it's a good time to network and build on contacts and meet people and, any acquaintances you have, build on those relationships and grow those relationships, because all these can really help you in achieving your goals during the month of April. For you, Geminis, it's also important to take control of your emotions. So if you're feeling a bit fragile and vulnerable and emotionally down, then it's important to pick yourself up and use your strength and your capability and skills that you have to move forward. Since you will be feeling a bit emotionally vulnerable during this time, and that can lead to naivety or gullibility on your side. So it's important to be aware of the people you're dealing with. If it's an unfamiliar people you have not interacted with before, and you're communicating with them, it's important to keep your eyes open and think a few steps ahead and be in a situation where you are not at a disadvantage, and you're able to use your communication skills to take yourself, move forward, progress in life, grow, and achieve what you are planning to achieve. Now, you may be feeling very sincere in your dealings with other people, but that may not be the same case with the people you're dealing with, the people around you, the acquaintances and the networking, in your network, the people you're dealing with may not have the same intention. So it's very important to be extremely careful when communicating and when you're using your words and giving your opinions. Now, honesty may be best policy, but not during this time, because your opinion, your honest opinion, may not sit well with other people. So you need to be careful with the words you're using and how you're expressing yourself, and not put yourself in a situation where you are at a disadvantage. Now, from around the 12th of April, when Venus moves into Taurus, you will feel a little bit more relaxed, because all these difficult time with dealing with other people and acquaintances and just your network will calm down a little bit, and it will be a good time to really have a good time with friends around you, and it's a good time to just do something you're passionate about and be more use your inspiration to move forward, and use your creativity and artistic self and your skills and capabilities. Believe in your capabilities and credibility, Geminis, and use that to move forward. Now, Geminis, you are very mentally active and want to be physically active as well, the entire month of April. But the first 2 weeks may not be as good for physical activities, and so be careful and mindful of not any hurting yourself or any injuries. But the second half of the month of April is really good for mental activity and really interacting with people, improving relationships if there are any conflicts that has arisen earlier on. So improve those relationships. So overall, I would say it's a great time to use your communication skills to network and crack a deal and a good deal for yourself, and be mindful not to take people just by face value. So look into what you are signing up and look into what you're getting into, and it's really good time to improve relationship. If you have been ignoring a personal family-based relationship during this time, it's good to use your positive and mental agility to move forward these relationships, and any changes you can bring about, any positive changes, it's possible during the later part of the month of April, Geminis. So for you Cancer, now the month of April is a good progressive month. The month of April is when you are feeling that you are regaining control of your life. Now you are feeling very intuitive, Cancer, for the entire month, and it's a time when your vulnerability is not there. So people won't be able to fool you or use you, or you see your vulnerability as a weakness. You can see ahead of what's to come, and that will make you see other people's intentions towards you. And if there is any, somebody has not good intention towards you, you'll be able to mediate that, because you are feeling very aware and you're very hyper aware during this time. Your intuition is really working, and you feel when to protect yourself and when to safeguard yourself against any ill wishers. Now the month of April is a good time to move into a new place if that's what you're planning, because it's quite a favorable time for you. If you're planning to move in with a loved one, go ahead and do it, because it's quite a favorable time to do that. Now you can, if you're looking for purchase of property, or if you're looking to renovate, or do DIY, or just decorate your home, it's a great time to do all that. And any effort that you put towards these in these areas, in family matters, and just generally in your home environment, or your good-natured self, showing your good-natured self and your courtesy and good behavior will not go unnoticed. People will notice you, and they will see you for what you are. So it's a great time to organize family gatherings if the time allows, if the situation allows during the month of April 2021. If you can do that, then go ahead and do that, because that will bring your family and people around you, close ones, together, and you will have more time to connect and bond with them. Now the month of April is also very good for your career, Cancer. So any skills, abilities, capabilities, your ambition you have, flaunt them, don't hide them, show them off, and show what you are, what you have, what skills you have, what you're made of, and you will see all this will lead to career growth, and all the effort that you have put and the goals that you have, it will align late in later part of the month, and moving on later part of the year. So do put in your effort, and do display your skills and capabilities, and really work on your ambition, and you will be rewarded, and you will see the results. Now there is an emphasis on your career during the month. So if you might be asked to take on responsibility at work, or in your career, or you might be asked to get involved in new projects or work projects, or any group activity or things like that. So if you get that opportunities, do take them on. Don't shy away from those opportunities, because that will lead to positive career changes. Now in the workplace, Cancer, remember to not get involved in gossip or ill talk, because all this can lead to bad relationship with your colleagues, and just generally in your work environment, it can lead to a bad situation and negative atmosphere. So don't indulge in those things, or don't encourage if somebody else is indulging in those things with you, and keep the relationship a little bit more straightforward. Also in the second week of the month, when the sun is still in Aries, you will feel a little bit less patient with other colleagues' shortcomings or mistakes that they're making. So it's good idea to again focus on the work at hand, and not lose your patience with people, and focus on what needs to be done, and just keep everything together at work environment. Now during the month of April, Cancers will be striving to develop themselves and learn new skills, and that's a great idea. All this will help you in your career growth. So do focus on self-development, and it will lead to positive new changes in your work performance and your career. Now towards the end of the month, for Cancer, you'll feel a little bit more relaxed. So it's a good time to engage yourself in fun activities, and something that relaxes you, something that entertains you. And it's good idea to indulge in these things with family or people around you, close family members, or just your loved ones. Now, overall, in the month of April, for you, Cancer, you are feeling very intuitive, and you also very coming across very charming and capable to other people. So it's good to use this energy to create pleasant relationship with others, and also learn new things and develop yourself personally in your skills and all, so that you are able to move forward in your career, and you see your professional performance improve during the month of April, Cancer. So for Leo sign, the month of April 2021 is a very stable and consistent month for you. So anything that you were waiting for or was not happening until then, you can see things moving a little bit higher during the month of April. So it's a month of overall positivity for you, Leos, and it's also a good time to engage with family and friends and have excellent and effective communication with them. It's time to bond with them and connect with them, and you will have a great time. And any external negativities or any external influences will not be able to affect your behavior, Leo. You will feel uplifted and joyful during the entire month of April. Now, there will be opportunities to climb the career ladder as well. Now, you must have been putting effort in your desired career field, or any business if you have started, or you're in any business that you're in. You must have been putting a lot of effort. Now, from April onwards, you will start to see the results. So it's important to be very positive and persistent, and believe in yourself and keep moving forward, and you will see greater career development and greater career changes and growth during the month of April and beyond that. So during the month of April, Leos, do make sure that your focus is on your goals and ambitions, and you're working on it, and you're very persistent and very flexible as well regarding your choices and options that you have and opportunities that you have, so that you're able to take on those opportunities when it comes presents itself to you, and you're able to use them with your skills and capabilities and make something out of them. Now, during the month of April, Leos, you will feel financially stable as well, and you may not have felt as much last year maybe, but from April or even March onwards, you must have felt financially stable. And April is the month then when it really is, you feel more stability and consistency in your financial circumstances. Now, it's also a good time to keep a watch on your finances. So don't overindulge, or don't buy things that you don't need or you will regret later on. So keep your finances still in check. I mean, though it will be stable, but it's good to keep an eye on that, and so that you don't lose sight of, and it doesn't develop into a financial crisis later on. Now, during the month of April, Leos, you have to be very forward thinking and look to the future. So do make plans for the future during this time, and you will feel the positivity to do that. You will feel optimistic because the circumstances in your life would improve, and you will feel that you can set your eyes on the future targets, and it's a good time to set goals for the future and then work on them as the time moves on. The changes that will come in the month of April and beyond, that will make you feel much better about yourself and about just generally in your life, and and your surroundings and your environment that you're in. You will feel positive and happy in your circumstances. Now, the month of April is a very energetic month for you, Leos, and you are feeling very inspired and creative. So it's a good time to develop any creative skills. If you have any, you can maybe develop those further. Now, use these inspiration and energy to have fun during the month of April, because you're feeling very bright and very happy during the month of April, because you are looking to the future, you're positive. So use this inspiration that you're feeling, even divine inspiration, use that, and use the joy, the happiness that you're feeling and the positivity you're feeling to indulge yourself and take a better care of yourself and your goals and your surroundings. Now, from the middle of the month, it's good time to focus on your family, and if you have children, on them as well, because they will need your attention during this time. And it's good time to indulge in playful activities with your children and spend time with your family members and just your loved ones. Such relaxing pastime will really build up on your already high energy that you're feeling during this time, and you'll feel a little bit more relaxed and energetic and happy during the month. Now, from the middle of the month of April towards the end of the month, when the planet starts to move away from the sign of Aries to the sign of Taurus, you might feel a bit more emotional and a bit maybe even irritable in your relationship and in your colleagues and in your work environment and family environment. So it's important to keep things in perspective and not react to provocation and stay calm. So any conflicts that arise in your work environment or in your family can be mitigated, can be resolved if you stay calm and positive. And any kind of provocations that you feel, external provocation, any external influences that you feel that can trying to unsettle you, try to stay calm, and you will be able to handle the situation much better. It's a good idea to indulge in relaxing activities, or like you can do meditation, yoga, or visit a spa, something that relaxes your nerves, and that will be really good for you, and you will be able to have a more calm environment and surrounding around you. Now, overall, the month of April for you Leos is very positive. It's very forward moving, and you're feeling very energetic and optimistic about your career goals and future plans. You're very excited about that, and you will like to spend more time with your family and your close relationship, and it's a good idea to do that, and also indulge in fun and relaxing activities that will calm your nerves and will mitigate any relationship conflict that may arise. You will be able to handle them. So Virgos, for you, the month of April 2021 is all about acting boldly and taking charge, especially in your workplace, and you will see pleasant surprises coming your way throughout the month, and also you'll feel very lucky during the month because of your own action and the way you exert yourself in your workplace and just generally in life. So the first 2 weeks of April for Virgos is a bit of a tense aspect because there are planets in the sign of Aries. You have Sun in Aries, Venus is in Aries too, and Mercury. So all these together gives you a little bit more exertion in work in place in your work environment. You will be overloaded with work projects, and you probably will be overextending yourself as well at work in order to get things done. So make sure, as you are trying to achieve your goals and ambition in your work environment and in your career, you're not forgetting your own health and well-being. It's important to keep an eye check on your health as well, so that you don't overexert yourself, and as a result that has effect on your just overall health. Now, Mars is also in Gemini, which is again forming a tense aspect to your sign. Now, this may give you a bit of irritability and frustration in terms of communication at work and just generally in your daily life. So it's important to remain calm and not given to provocations. It's important to even keep your concentration and focus on what you're trying to achieve, and be patient, and you will be rewarded. So keep in check on your own emotional self, and that you're not letting yourself go. And it's very important to remain calm. You will be rewarded. You will see results in the later part of the month when the planets move in Taurus, and it's a bit more harmonious aspect to your sign, Virgo. Now, Virgo, you are a sign of service and duty and work and being useful to others. And that's the attitude you bring in work as well, in your work environment. But it's important to find a balance between what your needs are and what is the requirement of other people. So don't give yourself too much into the work and overexert yourself that you forget your own well-being. So it's important to keep a balance between what is the job requirement, the work environment, and what is the requirement of other people, what are the expectations in your work environment, and what is your own emotional need and what is your own personal need, and find a balance between both. Now, do use this Mars in Gemini energy to transform your inner self, to exert yourself and be more proactive in your daily life, and also to better utilize your energy and not to waste your energy in futile activities. So make sure you are, as you're finding balance in your workplace between your own needs and the requirements of others and the expectations of others, you're also using your energy to you're accumulating your own personal energy and recharging yourself, and hence you are able to perform and give yourself in a much better way in your everyday life, in your just daily duty, daily life, whether it's work or home. You're able to present your best self forward because you are taking care of your own emotional needs and your own internal needs. Now, from the third week of April, Virgos, you will be given an opportunity to build up on your goals and any past plans that you had. So if you were working towards any plans, future plans, and any goals that you have, any ambition that you have, you will be given an opportunity to actually put these in practices and put these things in motion, mobilize them. Now, all this will give you a boost in confidence, and your overall health will improve as well, because you're now able to exert yourself positively in your goals and ambition, and you're able to implement what you wanted to implement, and you're moving forward. So all this positive atmosphere, the positive attitude that you are bringing forward will improve your health as well. Now, this will lead to a career growth and personal growth as well, and just generally your personal charm will improve, and you will feel more energized and more happy during the later part of the month. Now, when the Mars moves out of Gemini sign and into the sign of Cancer on the 23rd of April, you will feel a little bit more less tense and more will feel more favorable impulses within you. Now, any previous tension that you were feeling in the first 2 weeks of April will cease, because now Mars is in a sign that's more harmonious to your sign. So you will feel more energized, and everything around will be more harmonious for you. So overall for you Virgos, the first 2 weeks of the month of April is a time when you're really devoting yourself to your work, and you're really putting your best foot forward, and you are being the leader, and you're displaying your skills, and you are, as a result, it's leading to your career growth and your goals being achieved in the later part of the month, when you can actually, once the realization of the goals has occurred, you will be able to relax more and then indulge in more entertaining and relaxing activities towards the second half of the month of April. For Libra sign, the month of April 2021 is very purposeful and productive time, and you're able to achieve the goals that you are working on. So it's important to open your heart to new things and new experiences, and channel your energy in the right direction, and avoid any conflicts in either in work or in your personal environment, or in a relationship or in a business environment. Avoid those conflicts, and you will be able to be more productive generally throughout the month of April. So in the work environment, you'll feel a bit more relaxed and peaceful, because you will be able to make better relationship with your colleagues and even any authority figure or your bosses. So you'll feel a bit more relaxed at work, and that will help you in being more productive and presenting your best self forward. Now, the month of April is also financially stable for Libras. So if you've been holding on to any purchases in the past and saving the money, now is the time you can actually use some of the money to purchase something pleasant for yourself, something that is enjoyable, something that you would like to spend on. So it's a good time to do that. In the month of April, especially the first half, you could also indulge in sort of self-education, or learn something new, and maybe join a workshop or a seminar or a webinar something that you want to learn, and you will see the how it improves you and how it helps you in just growing your mental horizon, and helps you, give you perspective, and helps you grow in your work and in your business. So all this will lead to self-development and your own self-realization about yourself, about your skills and capabilities will grow, and you'll see what else can you do going forward. Now, during the first 2 weeks of April, Libras, you're feeling very energetic and enthusiastic. And if you have a business or any business partnership, you are very enthusiastic to take it forward and make it a success. And you will be able to make it a success because because your energy is such and your enthusiasm is such, and you're really feeling very productive and you're growing. So you'll be able to use all this energy to communicate with your business partner, or in your a contract, sign a contract or something, or you grow from there. Now the sun is in Aries, Libras, and sun, when it's in Aries, it makes you very resolute in your determination and your goals or your ambition. Whatever you want to achieve, you are very persistent on it and you really want to go forward. And in business, this quality will really take you far. Now, from the middle of the month, when the planet starts to move in sign of Taurus, from the 19th of April, you already will have Venus and Sun in the sign of Taurus. So what will happen is you will feel a little bit less busy, and the atmosphere would be a little bit less dynamic for you than it was at the beginning of the month. So now that things have calmed down a bit for you, Libra, and you're not as busy as you were in the first 2 weeks of April, it's a good time to relax and indulge in entertaining and relaxing activities, spend time with your family. So overall, Libra, for you it will be a time of work, and you will be very devoted to that, and you will be able to grab a deal or a business venture or a profitable business. You'll be able to build up on that. And the later part of the month, the last 2 months, is a bit more calm and relaxed and more homely. It's time to spend with your family and friends and have a more entertaining and relaxing time. Scorpios, for you, the month of April 2021 is quite unpredictable and is eventful as well. So you will feel all kind of emotions during the month. You will feel at times very efficient in what you're trying to do, and at times very detached and indifferent towards whatever your surrounding and your environment, family environment, and your home environment is in those areas. So it's important to keep a balance between both, because a lack of balance can lead to ignoring one aspect of life, which could be home or work. And in your case, Scorpios, in this month, there's a chance of conflict arising in the home environment. So it's important to keep an eye on your goals and ambition, but also balance it out with your family and the needs and demands and expectations of your family members. Now, if any conflict does arise in your home environment, it's important to look at it and try to resolve it, because if you ignore it and not pay attention to it, the conflict can lead to an irreversible damage, and that will not be a pretty picture or a good situation for Scorpios. In the month of April, you will get several work opportunities, work projects where you can show your best, your capabilities, and all this will lead to a career growth, a promotion or something. All these opportunity will present to you. So you need to keep an eye on the balance part between the work and the home. So what is it that you desire, Scorpio, and how you will mitigate both the sides and balance it out, so that you're not ignoring one and missing out on the experience of one area of life. Now, in the first 2 weeks of the month of April, Venus is in the sign of Aries. Now, Aries is not a harmonious aspect for Scorpio signs, so you will feel conflicted in your relationship, and any love relationship will see the a negative effect of this aspect, especially in the first 2 weeks of the month of April. And this can make you tired and make you more emotional, and in the first half. So it's important to try to resolve these areas, and any conflict that's arising, try to resolve it by yourself or with the help of your loved ones, because it's good to communicate with them and find a middle ground. What is it that you are wanting, and what is the expectation of so you need to find your own internal need, what it is, and what are the expectations of the people around you, and find a balance. And from there you can work out this energy, because the second half of the month, the last 2 weeks of the month of April, when the planets move in the sign of Taurus, it will be opposing your sign. So there would be if the conflicts have not been resolved, it can lead to a bit more emotional upheaval during the second part of the month of April. So Scorpios, if you feel that your energy is depleting during the month of April, and you're feeling less enthusiastic about things, and because of the conflict arising in your personal environment is affecting you emotionally, it's important to maybe get away from all this. Maybe find something to do that is relaxing for you, or find quiet time to spend by yourself, maybe in the solitude, or read a book or something, or just get away in nature and practice maybe meditation or yoga, and get away, calm your mind down, and that will really help you to understand your own emotional state, and the emotional state of your family. And this will really help you to improve your own approach, and refocus your energy, and rechannel your energy into improving the relationships, and resolving any conflicts that arises during this month. So in all, for Scorpios, the month of April is about a balance, and it's the balance between your work and your home environment, and to resolve any conflicts that may arise, and try to nip it in the bud, and not let it become too big and out of hand to handle. And it's important to also keep an eye on your own emotional health and your own well-being, and get out of the tense environment. If it's depleting you, then get out of the tense environment, and recharge and recoup yourself, and then come back to the wherever you are living, and with the environment, the circumstances that you're in, and then you'll have a clearer mind and more energy to resolve any conflicts that has arisen during the month. Sagittarius, for you, the month of April is full of ups and downs, but there are definitely more ups than downs. So don't much worry about the negatives aspect, but focus on the positives. And to begin with, the main positive aspect of this month is your relationship. And your relationship will flourish during this month, and you will develop and improve your relationship with your near and dear ones during the entire month of April, especially the first 2 weeks, because you have the same energy, the harmonious energy of Sun and Aries, because you both are a fire sign. So you will get this opportunity to improve your relationship and really enjoy all the relationships that you have in your life, Sagittarius. Now, relationship is not just personal relationship, it's also business relationship, because business partnership also comes into play. Now here also you will see a sense of growth and success coming out during the month, and you will feel the energy, really positive energy and productive energy during the month of April. So business ties will become very successful and stronger during the month of April, and you might find mentor or acquaintances, or while networking, people who can help you in your business and grow your business. You will also come in contact with people who are creative and spiritual individuals, and the partnership will be mutually beneficial. You will be feeling very confident and very energized during the month. Sagittarius, you should focus on your goals during this month, and long-term goals. If you have not chalked them down or written them down, do write them down, and you can really use the direction, your own self-direction, and people around you who are there, you know, who are mutually on the same page with you, can help you achieve your goals. So make a future plan, write down a plan, what you want to achieve in future, and you work towards it, and you will be able to do it with the help of, you know, a mentor or acquaintances or just your network. All these people around you will help you. You can collaborate and form these business ties, and all this together will be mutually beneficial for both the sides, and will help you achieve your goal and build your confidence in the process. Now, the second half of April could be a bit chaotic for Sagittarius, because the planets are moving out of Aries, which is a harmonious placement for Sagittarius. The planets in Aries are harmonious aspect to Sagittarius, but now from the middle of the month, from 19th of April, Sun moves into Taurus, and you have Venus in Taurus as well. So things can be a little bit more chaotic for you. So it's important to put your plan down, and if you want to build upon on the good energies and the good luck of the first 2 weeks, the focus is very important, and you have people around you to help you achieve that. So use that energy, use the help and support of people around you to achieve what you want to achieve. So don't miss this chance and the opportunities that is provided to you by the first 2 weeks of the month of April. If you really want to build upon these opportunities, you need to focus, and do stay spontaneous and creative and insightful during the second half of the month, so that you can use this energy that has built up, the positive and productive energy, to build your business. And you will be able to do it, because going forward after the month of April, you will see that how your business is growing because of the opportunities and how you use the opportunities. So stay creative and stay spontaneous, Sagittarius, and use your natural traits and abilities that you have to build this business that you are planning to build, and move it forward. So in all, I would say, Sagittarius, the month of April is a very productive and a positive time for you, and you will see a lot of ups in life during the month of April. A lot of good things and lucky things happening. So it's important to express yourself what you want, and also express it in a calm way, in your creative, spontaneous but a calm way, and you will see how all this energy, that the positive energy through the entire month, and especially the first 2 weeks, how you can use it and really build upon whatever you wanted, the goals that you have, and the business ventures that you want to develop. You will be able to see results of the efforts that you have put and the relationships that you have built during the entire month. Capricorns, for you, the month of April is quite stable and even. And if you have anything, any work or any project that was left on the back burner, or something that is you have not given attention to it, something from the past, it's a good time to bring those forward and complete them and take care of them, check them off, and just tick them off. First 2 weeks of April for Capricorns, you may feel a bit stagnant, and you may have a desire to change something, and it's a good start. So if you feel that desire inside, it's a good idea to move forward with those impulses and try to make changes in your relationship, both at work and home. Now, it's not a good time to be stubborn and uncompromising, because this attitude can lead to conflict, and any changes that you want to make will not be effective, will not be productive. So it's important to keep that in mind when you're trying to get yourself out of the rut. Now, during the month of April, Capricorns, you're feeling financially stable. Your financial situation has been resolved. You have paid off the debt. Any debt that you had, you have paid that off. So it's a good time to indulge in something you want to use to improve your work environment or home environment. So if you want to add a new decor to your where you live, it's a good idea because that will really help your mind to relax, and it will give you a calming effect. Now Capricorns, you're an ambitious sign, so it's good idea to make these plans and chalk these plans down, write them what you want to achieve. You might have to make some compromise and some sacrifice for the sake of these future achievements. So it's important to understand what your goals are and where you want to get to. So make accurate plans and not live just in the present. Also think about the future. Now in the month of April, Jupiter and Saturn is in your second house. So it's a good time to make some financial plan and still keep improving your financial situation. You will have many opportunities to do that during the entire month of April. You may have even opportunity to increase your wealth, increase your income. So all that will be there, especially in the second half of the month. So you will be given opportunities at work, and your work that you're putting will not go unnoticed, and your authority figure will notice your performance, and that might lead to a bonus or an increase in income or increase in salary. So all that is there for you. So all this work that you're putting in your work environment, in your job, is all going to really reap you good rewards in the future. But it's also important to keep an eye on your health and eat right, because a balance is required, and you don't want your health to be affected as a result of overworking, because North Node is in your 6th house. So you need to focus on your health as well and balance it with your work. So you are keeping an eye on your well-being, and you're improving your health as well, and your diet and your eating habits. So in the second half of the month of April, Capricorns, you'll feel a bit more relaxed and calmer. And so it's important to keep a check on your temper and just your general attitude, and don't let other people around you affect you negatively. So keep yourself calm and use your positive energy to deal with situations. Now you will be financially stable during the month of April, Capricorns, but keep an eye on any investment or financial investments that you have, or the ones you're trying to make. So keep an eye on that, because there's a possibility of it not going well. So keep an eye on financial investment, and don't take risk if risk that has not been thought over. So be careful regarding any investments or speculation if you're indulging yourself into that. So in all, I will say, Capricorns, the month of April is quite stable and even for you, but do keep an eye on your health. Goals and future plans are great, and you are working towards it. You're an ambitious sign. You're a workaholic sign. You're always working towards your goal, but it's important to take care of your health as well, and spend time with your children and family, and give time to them, indulge in fun activities with them, and balance your life out with your work and fun, both aspects. So Aquarius, for you, the month of April, you'll feel a bit of unsteadiness and even burnout. So it's important to keep focus on proactive action throughout the month. Now, your relationships, it comes into focus because you have planets in your 1st house and they oppose your 7th house. So how you deal with your relationship and how you develop them depends on you. So keep your focus on that. Now in the month of April, you will feel very successful in your workplace especially, and it's a good time to express your ideas. So don't shy away from expressing and communicating whatever thoughts and ideas that you have, and when you do express them, it will be noticed by your authority figure and the bosses, and it will in turn help you in your career growth. So do promote your own ideas and put in the hard work for your goals, whatever you want to achieve, and you will see the fruits of your action in coming times. So because your authority figure, the bosses, the people who are observing you at work, are watching you, and you will see the results surely. And those who are not in a job currently or are unemployed, Aquarius that are unemployed, it's a good time to give interviews as well, and to put yourself forward and project yourself positively, and you will be able to secure a job during this month, Aquarius. Now, during the month of April, Aquarius, you're very productive and you are really working hard and you're really projecting yourself the way you want to project yourself. But keep an eye on your health as well, and don't overexert or strain yourself, that it has a negative effect on your well-being and on your health. So keep a balance between your goals and ambition and your health. Now, the middle part of the month of April will be much more calmer and pleasant as compared to the first 10 days of April for you, Aquarius. And it's a good time to spend time with your children and indulge in fun activities, and even with your partner. Get out of the house and go and watch a cinema, or go on a picnic, or just indulge in activities that is entertaining and relaxing for the entire family, and you will see it really improves your home environment. Now, towards the later part of the month of April, you will see career growth and even increase in income. So it's important to be productive and also keep in mind your work environment. So don't exert yourself in a way you don't want to exert yourself, and keep the atmosphere positive and productive. So in all, I would say, Aquarius, you will feel very energized and enthusiastic during the month to improve your work condition, your career, your home environment, your relationship, and your income, the possibility of making more income. All this will be your focus, and you will be working towards it, and you will also see rewards and results in these areas. Pisces, for you, the month of April 2021 is financially stable, but it's also fast-paced and very emotional. So if you have any conflict arising in your family environment or with your partner, it's a good idea to stay away from that and try to not encourage or get too much involved in any kind of conflict. Also, it's important to keep an eye on your health. And if you are prone to any chronic diseases, keep an eye on that, so that it doesn't become an issue for you during this month. Keep an eye on your immune system, eat healthy, and be out in the nature more, and all this will be really beneficial for you. Also, use quiet times and relaxing time to rejuvenate and recoup yourself. Now, it's also important to remember that spending time alone needs to be done in moderation. So don't spend too much time just by yourself, because that can lead to depression, and you don't want to go there. It's a good idea to spend time with your family members as well. So balance it out during the month of April. It's a good idea to have a relaxing time and be by yourself, and just recharge yourself, and also have time for the family members and spend time with them. If there is any family members that need your help in a home activity or family matters, it's a good idea to help them out, because in future there might be a situation when you will need their help too, and then they will be more than happy to come forward. So focus on family matters and your well-being during this time, and try to avoid any conflict between family matters that may arise during the month of April, especially in the first 2 weeks of April, when the sun is in the sign of Aries, which is not a harmonious aspect to Pisces. Now, your financial situation during the month of April in the beginning is quite positive, and it's all moving forward. And if you are looking to make any purchases or even invest your money, it's a good time to do that, because things are moving in your favor. Now, for those Pisces who are involved in a business or a partnership or at work, you will be you will see a positive results out of that. You'll meet new people, new acquaintances, and just by networking, you'll come in contact with new people that will help you, and it's a good time to develop these relationships, especially in the second half of the month of April, when Venus moves in the sign of Taurus, and Sun also moves in the sign of Taurus, and it's in harmonious aspect to Pisces. So it's a good time to use your creativity and build relationship based on mutual passions and interest during the later part of the month. Now, there might be some conflict arising in the family environment in the middle of the month, but all that will get resolved during the later part of the month, and you will feel more emotionally stable and just yourself. You'll return back to your usual emotional self, because all these conflict that has possibly arisen, even if they are small things, it's not a big deal, still it will make you more emotional during the middle of the month. But during the later part of the month, all this will be resolved and you will be back to your normal self. Now, for you Pisces, in order to stay positive and happy, it's important for you to detach yourself as well from your surrounding, and spend time by yourself. And so escapism and trips to another city, or just getting away, maybe some kind of spa treatment or a retreat or any meditation, yoga, all this is really useful for you. So do indulge in these things, and it will help you recharge yourself as well. So in all, I would say Pisces, for you, the month of April is all about balancing between your family time and your own personal time, and keeping an eye on your health and well-being. And your financial situation is stable during the entire month of the April anyways. So recharge yourself, spend time with yourself, take trip abroad if you can, or outside the city, and keep moving forward and keep charging forward. So you don't need to slow down, you can keep moving forward, but give your time, allocate time to yourself and to your family. Thank you for watching my April 2021 horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.